Canada got tyrannical. Kamala fails again. And parents are taking back their schools. It's so beautiful to watch these school board meetings. We got a couple of those videos. And Kyle, the Rittenhouse, is suing. Get those scalps, Kyle. Get them. Get those scalps. Yeah, we got this and so much more today on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.
He doesn't wonder what it's like on the ground in Afghanistan. He's been there, serving our country and defending Lady Liberty.
Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Joe Padula. That's right, a Jersey boy, now a Tennessee, y'all. Yeah, I'm a veteran, not a victim. Yeah, I joined the Army, and then they sent me to Fort Campbell, the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault Strike Brigade, the 50 Deuce, on the loose. And that's in Kentucky. When I got out, I'm like, hey, I like it down here. So now I'm a Tennessee native, I guess you can even call me, just not originally. But yeah, what a great opportunity that you guys provide, and I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your listening. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate your points of views. So definitely help us out by, hitting those shares, commenting away with your thoughts, your views. And hey, even if you don't agree, glad that you're hanging out and having a conversation. That's something this country is lacking, is just a little talk without even some hatred. But hey, hanging out with us. What's up, babe?
How's it go?
Yeah, it's going good, babe.
Nice to be here.
Babe, we went out for your birthday yesterday, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Babe, what were you drinking?
Cranberry and Grey Goose.
Yeah, look at you go, Grey Goose. I know, right, Eric?
Oh, fancy.
The Grey Goose he went for.
Not the Belvedere, but the Grey Goose?
I like the Belvedere. You know.
You would.
And this was years ago. I would even say almost 20 years ago. My favorite vodka was Trump vodka.
No way.
Do you remember when Trump had a vodka?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Trump everything.
loved it. It was fantastic. And the bottle was huge. Okay, it's the best vodka, hands down. Okay, it was great. Yes, bring in those comments. What's up, David? How you doing, Jim? Good to see you all right, Arthur checking in and posting some websites there. I recommend you don't click on.
Greenpeace, huh?
And David checking in from Louisiana. What's up, Louisiana, y'all? All right. Well, hey, make sure to type in those comments, okay, and your questions and the whole bit. And for the chance to win a free shirt, go to letsgobrandon.com. That's lgbonlinestore.com. That's the site you go to. All right.
Tell us about that code word, Joe.
Oh, yeah. There's some great shirts on there and great hats and stuff like that. And if you go to the checkout, promo code Joe, Joe, not for Joe Biden, not for Joe Rogan, but for little old Joe Padula. And you get 25% off.
Absolutely.
25. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right. So I don't have much production for us today, so we're just gonna go bare bones. What should we start off for first? What topic? What should we go?
I think Big Jim wants to sue them all.
Oh, let's go to. You want to start it with Kyle?
Why not?
All right. So Kyle Rittenhouse. We all know what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kenosha kid.
The Kenosha kid up in Kenosha, Wisconsin, correct?
Yeah.
And so he's a kid who has at the time he was 17. All right, hold on there, Tucker. Because Kyle was on Tucker last night. Look at him go.
He looks like the kid from Stranger Things.
There he is.
Don't he?
He does look like the kid from Stranger Things.
Listen as the braces.
The kid from Stranger Things got a movie.
Wow. Oh, does he?
The cow, Will Howker movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. So, then you had the BLM riots. Antifa and BLM teaming up last year throughout the Summer of Love, as some called it. And some riots went down. And after the shooting of Jacob Blake, okay, the cops were called to an incident where a guy was attacking his pregnant wife and taking kids into a car. I mean, the media didn't put this part of the story out there, right?
The knife.
And he was tased. The tase didn't do anything. He goes to his car while the cops are like, stop. And he reaches into the car. And don't get me wrong. Do I think that there is some issues of police reform that need to be focused on, like training? Absolutely. But this guy reached into his car going for a knife, and boom, the cop shot him. Now, Jacob Blake didn't die.
Yeah, and what he said on the hospital bed?
Yeah, and he said, "Oh man, I made a mistake." Okay, you know what I mean? But that didn't. It didn't fit the narrative. So BLM and Antifa said, "Okay, we're going to burn the city down, Kenosha, Wisconsin." Right? Why? Because that's their goal. Okay, it is the goal of this far left. All right, and believe me,
They was allowed to do it.
man, they just want to. They want socialism. They want communism. Let's not, let's not beat around the bush, I think is the phrase. All right. And how do they want to do it? Not through election process. Not through. Notice they never run a true. Hey, I'm a communist. Vote for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people, especially here in freedom-loving America, they'll be like, get the fuck out of here. So nonetheless, boom, they're riding, and like you said, Bay, for some reason, it just seemed like they were allowed to ride and burn everything. So there was a couple businesses that go, hey, people, we need help. So one of the guys that answered, and a bunch of guys answered the call to help, to stand out in front of businesses with their legal weapons, okay, their legal self-defense weapons. And by the way, AR doesn't stand for assault rifle. Okay? No. Do you know what it stands for, Eric?
Yeah, armor light rifle.
That's right. It stands for the company. I still can't believe people don't know that, but that's okay. And Kyle was one of those. He is a split home. Mom is down in Illinois, okay, it's near the border, Kenosha. And the father lived in Kenosha. The guy, Kyle, was staying at his father's. This was in the summer of 2020, where Kyle was a lifeguard in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So the kid lived there while he worked there. All right, and when school starts back up, he drives back home to Illinois and goes to school there where he lives with his mom, right? But during those, it seemed that he was being attacked, and yes, it went to trial because he ended up shooting the attackers, and boom. But during all that, before the trial, you had prominent people of the news media saying this kid Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. He's a murderer. They kept saying he's a murderer.
State lines, Joe. State lines.
That's another one. That's right. They said that he traveled with a weapon from Illinois into Wisconsin, which was not true. His weapon was always in Wisconsin, because the one kid had it, was holding on to it, who they brought charges on him for, which I think was a slap on the wrist. But nonetheless, and the three people that were shot, okay, the two of them died, I believe. It was two that died that he shot.
And one ended up losing an arm.
Yeah,
or a bicep. Anyway.
that vaporized bicep, which, by the way, is back to, they pieced it all back together.
Oh, no kidding. Humpty Dumpty, huh?
No, they put them back together again.
Two less pedals in the world.
They put the pedal back together again, allegedly, right? But yeah. So, and then he goes to a trial, and in November of 2021, we saw he was acquitted of all charges. With self-defense, and it was all the video footage, the whole bit.
The most dumbest DA I've ever seen.
But even after, friggin' woke. That's what happens. That's what happens with these woke DAs.
His lawyers suck too. If it wasn't for that DA, Kyle would have never got off.
And so, even after his acquittal, they continued to call him a murderer, a white supremacist. By the way, the kid's mixed race. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, this kid, I think he's a Hispanic Caucasian guy.
Oh, that's probably why he looks like the kid from Stranger Things, then, huh?
Could be. But nonetheless, people in the media.
No, so they didn't want to say that, huh?
I know. What's up, Chris Early checking in? Yeah, he goes, it's about 18 miles from his Illinois home to the border of Wisconsin there. So, okay, he gets off, and when he gets off, so many people saying, Kyle, you got to sue these people for defamation. That's the only way this goes away. Remember Nick Sandman? Mm-hmm. Washington, D.C., kid with the MAGA hat?
Oh, yeah. Millionaire
right?
Sandman now?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the first thing I was like, he going to sue and get paid.
And he did, Bay.
Nuisance money.
I mean, we're talking about millions and millions of dollars believed to have been settled out of court.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. Settling out of court. I get it, okay? It does hurt. But no. I don't like the settling out of court. I want it to go to court so it prevents other businesses in the future for, including, and then a guy running to be president of the United States, Joe Biden, calling this kid. Biden had a promo video.
Yeah, we saw it.
Calling out white supremacist with Kyle Rittenhouse's face on it. Like, this is slander. This is defamation. And as for murder, he killed someone. There's a difference between a killer and a murderer.
Self-defense.
When it comes to murder by definition is the unlawful act of killing, right? So, obviously, found by a juror of his peers, legally defended himself in those killings, not murder. You could call him a killer. Kyle the Killer.
It was an equal parts jury too, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So now to bring us up to date, last night, Kyle Rittenhouse, I think he's 18 years old now, goes on Tucker Carlson, which is the most watched and viewed cable news network show.
Higher than Greg Gutfeld?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Because he probably realized he probably can't get a jab, so, you know.
Well, I tell you, if media is calling you murderer all day long,
he can't get into college even.
Right? I mean, he was very excited, and his friggin' holding process, the way that they held him, without bail for so long. I mean, it was just crazy. But yeah, colleges, Arizona State University accepted him, and then they started doing the protests at Arizona State. Remember we were playing those videos?
Yeah.
Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist. Kyle Rittenhouse kills brown people. Right. Yeah, it was crazy.
He's gonna be lucky to be a phoenix by the end of this.
So now he should try. He should sue Biden and Psaki, Whoopi, all of them. Well,
Right,
Jim. Yeah, I'm glad you bring that up because here's what Kyle Rittenhouse had to say last night on Tucker, where he does mention names.
So the question is, after
by the way, I do not own the rights to this video. This is a reaction video to Kyle Rittenhouse on Tucker Carlson.
On the news.
Is that good, YouTube? Are we good now? Right?
these people lie in order to imprison a kid for the rest of his life, who's going to hold the liars accountable? Kyle Rittenhouse, understandably, has thought a lot about this. He joins us tonight to explain his plan going forward. Kyle, thanks so much for coming on tonight.
I'd be so nervous if I was 18 years old. And the way that this guy handled himself when he was being attacked, precision shooting. Like the one guy that he shot, shot his arm off pretty much, his bicep. He had him aimed center mass. But the guy that was coming over with that was trying to hit him with what was in his hand?
Skateboard.
Yeah, skateboard.
No,
the jump kick guy.
The other one. No, the one after the one that took the stand, who screwed it all up. But he was he was about to hit him with something. I think it was even a knife. I think it was trying to stab him, and he shoots the arm holding the weapon. Very impressive. This is coming from a veteran, and at the time that was a 17-year-old
you're
kid.
talking about when he shot him in the arm. The guy had a gun.
Yeah,
he saw the gun.
A gun. That's right.
He saw the gun. and He shot him in the bicep.
Yeah. What was his name?
Rosecroots.
Yeah. Something
like that.
Yeah.
I can't think of many people.
But now here he is on the most watched cable news show in the industry. I would be so nervous. But this kid's like...
Look at his eyes, dude.
Oh, I bet he is.
He's holding one in right now.
Who've been at the receiving end of this much sinister lying from so-called news organizations as you have. How are you going to respond?
Well, Tucker, thank you for having me.
Of course.
Me and my team have decided to launch the Media Accountability Project as a tool to help fundraise and hold the media accountable for the lies they said and deal with them in court.
Interesting. So the idea is...
He's going for the water. He's nervous.
It's okay. Maybe like the Covington Catholic kids.
Yeah.
You will be suing news organizations that maliciously lie about people who are in the news? Is that the plan?
Yes, sir. We're going to be holding them accountable, Tucker.
Do you, I mean, I guess I have to ask a kind of a dumb question, but why isn't there a group like this that exists already, since the media so often are not observers, they're players, they're participants in the news? Why hasn't someone done this before?
That's a good question,
I hear you,
Tucker,
Melanie, in the comments.
I'm not sure, to be honest, but I don't want to see anybody else have to deal with what I went through, so I want to hold them accountable for what they did to me, because I don't want to see anybody have to go through what I went through.
Yeah. You have to sue these people. Mm-hmm. It's the only way it stops and actual truth gets told. If you want to make a difference, you hit them in the wallet. You hit them in the purse or whatever you want to carry with you. Your prison wallet. You hit them there. What's a prison wallet again? Never mind.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean, they
knapsack.
tried to imprison you for the rest of your life. It wasn't coverage, it was advocacy. You have a lot of potential.
Like, do you understand? The media has the power to make somebody innocent guilty.
Yeah.
That's what they were trying to do. No matter what,
I'll make the bad guy look like the good guy.
or vice versa, Bay. Absolutely.
Power to swing elections.
And you have to check that power. The only way you check that power is by legal action.
Yep.
So, Kyle, do it.
Targets to sue yourself. Will you be suing any of these news organizations, and if so, when?
Well, right now we're looking at quite a few politicians, celebrities, athletes. Whoopi Goldberg's on the list. She,
Oh, Whoopi's like, ooh.
He's going after my ice cream budget.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Whoopi, stop eating. I watched The Stand, the remake of The Stand.
Stand.
Yeah, and Whoopi is Mother Abigail, right? It's Stephen King's The Stand. It's not bad. Watch it if you got a chance. What is that? Paramount Plus.
Is she different from Sister Mary Clarence?
I don't know, but she's
Mother Abigail?
got hair like the Predator in it. Or Battlestar Earth. What was that movie?
Battlefield.
Yeah, with John Travolta.
Yeah. I like that movie.
No,
Yeah, I did.
babe.
I liked it. Because it's a sci-fi movie, man. Come on.
Back to Kyle Rittenhouse.
called me a murderer after I was acquitted by a jury of my peers. She went on to still say that. And there's others. Don't forget about Sank from the Young Turks. He called me a murderer before verdict. And
Oh, Eric Eisenhofer in the comments. Something similar happened in Portland over this weekend. After this, we'll talk about that. Antifa, okay? Mm-hmm. Another one.
I remember when those guys used to be cool, man, back in the day.
I don't remember
in the
that.
90s.
I don't think they were called Antifa. I think they were called.
No, they were.
Yeah.
They were called Antifa. It was like a loose knit of just punk rockers or whatever that just wanted to live in anarchy.
Yeah. Now they're fascists themselves and want freaking
continues to call me a
totalitarian
murderer.
rule.
Interesting. And what about the people who called you groundlessly a white supremacist, which makes it pretty hard to get a job for the rest of your life if you're a white supremacist? Will you be responding to them?
absolutely. We are going to hold everybody who's lied about me accountable, such as everybody who's lied, called me a white supremacist.
He doesn't have white people lips. Is that racist that I say that? You know what I mean?
Biological.
Right.
reasoning. Yeah.
Right. He doesn't have white guy lips.
Here's the thing, man. If the roles were reversed and it was a guy on the left that killed a conservative guy, whatever, you know where he could get a job? CNN. He could be a contributor, probably. or
Well,
something
yeah,
like that.
he wouldn't have been bashed.
He'd be a hero.
Like, take in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Remember the Christmas parade?
Yeah. What happened?
The
to him?
guy that plowed over the people
Yeah.
in the Christmas parade?
Yeah.
And the media.
They bailed him out. Didn't
They definitely bailed him out.
Along with the guy who shot the mayor in Louisville.
Like, the guy plowed into people, and they were calling it a car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were blaming the car. The car was racist.
Yeah. Like, they were talking about the red Ford or whatever the hell it was. They were like, the car accident in Kenosha, in Waukesha. That's
Yeah.
where it was. Right. I'm like, damn. And Bay, remember we went into his Facebook,
Yeah. Saw the video with
And-
the SUV.
and he's a black supremacist. You know what I mean? And and nobody should be a supremacist whatsoever.
But this is this.
Let's see what else Kyle has to say.
Yeah.
They're all going to be held accountable, and we're going to handle them in a courtroom.
Kyle Rittenhouse, I appreciate your announcing that tonight, the Media Accountability Project, and of course we're rooting for justice as we always are. So thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thank you, Tucker. And if anybody wants to help join us in this battle, they can donate at tmap.org.
Thanks a lot.
He's probably going to go throw up.
Yeah, they gave him a bunch of crap on Twitter about him, the haters about him in a water bottle sipping. But again, the kid's nervous. The kid's an 18-year-old kid on a friggin' the biggest show in the friggin' world.
I think he's gonna
besides
kill
Joe Rogan.
They just put him on the same lines with Trump because they made Trump, made fun of him for drinking water. He's cool. I'd rather be made fun of for drinking water than, Saying half the things our president said.
Eric types in the comment about the Antifa situation that happened over the weekend in Portland. Homeowner confronted armed Antifa outside his home, shot 3, killed 1. Unfortunately, got shot himself. Yeah, so Antifa again.
What was he shooting with?
I don't know exactly, but
I don't think it was what the president suggested.
Antifa was out there doing their thing, you know, and they walk around armed and everything. And this guy's at his house. And Antifa's trying to say, "Oh, he antagonized us." Listen,
Well, you were at his
oh,
house.
believe you me. And then they started to try and say that Andy No, they hate Andy No because
Yes,
Andy
they
No
do.
exposes him. He's this. They call him this. The guy's a gay Asian dude, right? A great reporter, great journalist on the
He's a
ground.
devout Democrat too.
Yeah. He's voted blue most of his life until they went crazy. And yeah, they were trying to say that Andy No is responsible. Hey, they're losing the narrative. They're going crazy. But it's interesting because this all happens in the schools. Mm-hmm. What we're dealing with today is all because of everything that they've been teaching in the schools for decades. Decades. Here's the, you know what? I'm not going to play this one. Let me play this one. Oh, come on. This freaking computer sucks.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, in future. Okay, here we go. Here, let me play this one for you. And it's nice to see people finally standing up and taking back.
Discrimination.
Here's this guy. He nails it. I know we've watched a few of these school board meeting ones, but this guy nails it.
We got 2 minutes and
And all of this woke stuff, it starts with, okay, the kids being taught this communism, this critical race theory, and they keep, there's no critical, believe you me. No, don't believe you me. It's in there. And the examples from everyone showing the books that they're showing, all at these board meetings. And thank God that they're being videoed and recorded so we could see it. But the parents are rising up, and they're sick of this. They're sick of kids becoming groomed to be Antifa members, Marxist group members like BLM, which is found on Marxism. And Bet, you know what BLM stands for now, right?
buy large mansions.
Buy large mansions. They can't even find the address of where all the money goes to. They went to, because it was tax season, so all the donations, the millions and millions of dollars, they go to the address that it's listed under. Empty building.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And now they're being investigated.
Of course.
Right.
They want their money.
Yeah. Keep posting the organization. Don't get me wrong. Lives matter. I don't care what color you are. But when you have an organization that is using you, you look foolish when you post it on social media. All right, but here is this father, and he just nails it at this school board meeting.
Discrimination resolution, the CRT deal, because it's happening.
Here's what he says. See, you know, there's no CRT in schools, right? Because they're using different names to disguise critical race theory in school. Critical race theory started as critical law theory. Okay, back in the early 70s. And even the guy who created critical law theory in the legal system, which pretty much says that there is a bias in the legal system, in the court system, based on color.
It is.
So he goes, and he recently stated about critical race theory, he goes, this is ridiculous. The guy who created critical law theory, which critical race theory adopted from, goes, you're nuts. You're off base. So listen to what this father has to say.
Discrimination resolution,
That's right. They're calling it discrimination resolution, critical race theory.
CRT deal, because it's happening. And as a parent, I speak to other parents. There's a few things that we don't want. I'm biracial, I'm bilingual, I'm multicultural. The fact is, in
I thought he was going to add another buy in there, but we'll keep moving forward.
America and North Carolina, I can do anything I want, and I teach that to my children. And the person who tells my little pecan-colored kids that they're somehow oppressed based on the color of their skin would be absolutely wrong and absolutely at war with me. Ooh. And I think that's the same for every parent. What the masks showed us is that the parents, the most powerful group of people in our country, that they're taking back the wheel. Now, obviously, we had to take the wheel back for the mask, but we're taking the wheel back from Washington all the way to Raleigh and into our local school board. Because CRT, all of that, the parents don't want it.
You do understand when it comes to the masks, it's not about safety. It's about we are telling you what to do and you're going to listen. You do understand that, right? I got a video following this one that just proves that point with these school boards.
It's a big fat lie. There's not one if you believe in CRT, I want to tell you you're a liar, because that means you look at your black neighbor and say that they're oppressed, and you look at your white neighbor and say that they're evil, regardless of the experience that you've had with them. And we're
you see the cops coming in. They're like, oh boy, look at this. No offense. Okay.
We're not going to do that. The parents in the United States of America, right here in North Carolina and Cabarrus County, we know that's not true because we believe the lives we live. The fact is, I've been a business owner right here in North Carolina, and I deal with white people, black people, Hispanic people. My children deal with everybody. And the racism is only happening at the government level and on the media. The fact is, you have...
Stop saying the quiet part out loud.
It's powerful. I haven't. This is my first time watching this. That's some powerful stuff right there.
Have racists, and there's you can't even find them hardly. You just hear the stories about them.
Mm-hmm. Or you hear, it is nonstop of the fake hoaxes out there.
But the thing is, you got to take my word for it, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to take my word.
Yeah. I'm the media, I know.
You gotta take my word.
I'm the government.
You got to take my word.
What about the fake Ukraine invasion video? Well, no. Well, do you have the video? Yes. Can we see it? No, just take my word.
Take my word.
Well, I think back in 2012 when they really kicked this thing up, they changed it to make it work in their favor, where they said that it wasn't blatant racism anymore. Now it's microaggressions.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. We'll get into the microaggressions. Here, let's I like how the father's got his hands out.
But this is what we're dealing with. The parents are taking the wheel. I have an 8-year-old daughter who is absolutely dynamic, who can do anything. Athletically, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally, she is a dynamo. And I don't want a man swimming against her in the pool.
Ooh-wee.
Leah Thomas. Hold on, I got it right here. You know the biological male transition.
Yeah.
Identifies as a female now.
Fastest woman swimmer in the world, Leah Thomas.
Yes, that Leah Thomas, the UPenn one. So William Thomas, it's not her brother. It's him. William Thomas in men's swimming was ranked 462. Then this year, as the female, Leah Thomas ranked number 1 women's swimming. Do you see why the switch happened?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
It's the same with all the Olympic things and all that. Yeah.
Right. And I'm a feminist.
But like I said, just keep them in the same sport.
Well, could you
think-
imagine? There would be no women gold medalists ever in swimming ever again. And that's not me being sexist. That's going by the numbers.
Most old school feminists that speak out against this get shut down, and that's the hard part of it. It's hard to bear, man.
If you had the WNBA, the NBA combined, there would be no female starters whatsoever. I'm sorry. Ladies, I want you to have your own leagues and divisions. I mean, this sounds like repeat over and over again, duh. But it has to be said because it keeps happening and nobody's doing anything.
The fact is,
Except in South Dakota where the governor said, nope, sorry,
Chief.
here it is. Here's the thing, though. That needs to be a bill turned into being voted on and turned into law. I am not down for this
Mandate
and decrees. If you believe in something and you think the people believe in it,
need to be a law.
put it out there as a bill. Let it get debated. Let it get voted on so it turns into a law.
Like it's supposed to be.
Like it's supposed to be.
Schoolhouse Rock didn't want to waste their time on you, man. You better learn something from it.
I'm just a bill.
I don't want her playing against boys in soccer. I don't even let my sons rough her up. Do you think I'm going to let your son rough her up?
Ooh-wee.
This
I know
is
some
what we're
dads
talking
like that, though.
about. Policy going back to the parents. Because if you think people who love America are willing to fight for it, you haven't met parents yet. Because I'm telling you, parents will go further down any street than anyone who loves their country alone. My name is Brian.
And that's the end of it.
Dude, check out my man early at the bottom. Trans Am's.
Oh, who's that? Chris Early? What did Chris say?
He said, call it the Trans American Games, the Trans Am's.
Oh.
They be sponsored by Pontiac.
Like, here's the thing. Like, take UFC. All right. Fallon Fox.
Yeah.
Fallon Fox. Right. Remember
That was one
the
heck of a
guy
sailor.
and like ruptured skulls, fractured skulls, ruptured friggin' eye sockets or whatever. Right. Unbelievable. And again, listen.
The muscle and bone density was just too much, man.
But if you have an all transgender, you don't have the numbers there. It's less than 1% who identify as a transgender in the United States. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Not with this new TikTok wokeism, all that other
No,
stuff, man. Now it's a fad, bro.
The media, well, it's happening in the schools where they're going, hey, you know, you want to be a guy today, you can compete with the guys. You want to be a girl today, you can compete with the girl. It starts with the schools, and that's why these parents are waking up, including this one, where, again, the masks, it's all about power control. It has nothing to do, I mean, these unions, these teachers' unions, they got their teachers triple jabbed, double boosted, the whole bit. But hey, check this one
Look
out.
at that dad sitting right there.
Evening,
He's
school
just mad
board
at the
members.
world.
My name is
Broken.
Alicia Vaught. Senate Bill 739, as you guys probably know, is going to be signed into law very soon. So we're taking the power out of your hands and putting it back with the parents.
The school
way
board.
It should be. And it's very.
See, that's another one too. These school boards, okay? So they get these, you know. Nobody went to these school board meetings before. Nobody voted for school board seats, and they would just went with the motions, right? Mm-hmm.
Tell me that mom don't remind you of a principal from back in 3rd grade or something.
Could have been.
I'm just hearing her talk, and I get the hair standing back on my neck.
He does look like Mr. Ross, right?
No, not the woman.
concerning
Oh,
that
sorry.
you guys would take the power away from the parents. And Ms. Cass, let me just point out real fast, when you were introducing the public address comment, you said, this is the time we get to hear from the students, from the staff, and from the community members. You didn't mention parents, not one bit. And I think that's a big issue for Montgomery County, because you guys do not like the parents. That's how I feel. Because you're taking the choice away from the parents, and you're trying to take it and put it into your hands.
I'm all about
Did you
choice.
say Montgomery County?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, I believe.
Oh, PA?
Yeah.
Well, that's my old hometown.
And I love choice. You know, hey, parents, you want your children wearing a mask? Sure, go for it. These are your kids.
They ain't
It's
gonna
not the
keep it on
teachers'
when they get in
kids.
the building, though.
Right. Parents, you don't want your kids wearing a mask all day long? Tell them not to. They're your kids.
Yeah.
These teachers, these school board members are not these children's parents.
They supposed to be there to educate them.
Yeah, not friggin' mandate them. Ooh, I like that.
For financial reasons, I don't know. You're taking it away from us, and we have parents' law. So I just wanted to point that out. We sat here last year and listened to you guys preach to us about Governor Northam's executive orders and how we.
Oh, it must be Virginia. Mm-hmm. Montgomery County, Virginia, then. Okay, because Governor Northam, right? No, not Virginia. Is it Virginia? Governor Northam was.
I thought that was Tennessee.
No.
No, there's a
Governor-
Governor Montgomery.
That's right, because Northam did the Virginia
must
baby thing.
follow them.
You can
You
kill
guys
a
remember
baby
that?
after birth.
We do. So here's the governor that comes into office, but yet you don't want to follow his orders. Why is that?
Oh yeah, so Northam puts in, hey, you have to you have to wear a mask, right? And the school board goes, well, the governor said so. Okay. Then the new governor gets elected and says, parents' choice, and they go, we don't have to follow that, governor. Do you know what I mean? Like she's calling it out. Here, listen.
Hypocritical.
Yet you don't want to follow.
Here.
We must follow them. You guys remember that? We do. So here's the governor that comes into office, but yet you don't want to follow his orders. Why is that? Why is it different from the last year when we were here to this year? 2 different governors, 2 different political parties. So we were supposed to follow it last year, but not this year.
Right. Call them out. My friends, build your arguments with information and don't be afraid to speak.
Right.
Like her, she's not being and don't the screaming and everything. There's a time and a place for that. Jesus flipped tables in front of the temple. Okay, Jesus didn't flip tables every day of his life. Okay, Bible reference.
That makes no sense. And it makes all of you a bunch of hypocrites, except for Dana and Jamie.
Jesus was good at calling out hypocrites too.
Miss Cass, you also yelled at me the last time I was here for taking off my mask, but
Oh,
There you go.
here's a
Mic drop
picture
moment.
of you right here on Facebook with a
Lord.
crowd of people.
That's it.
You hear that?
Stop it! That's enough.
Brood of vipers, you hypocrite.
but here you are.
This ain't this ain't court. I still got time. What you talking about?
By the way, Facebook. You post a picture on Facebook. This is not private. This is a public platform.
Yep, it is.
If you post something on Twitter,
Yep.
Instagram, believe you me, do think about what you're putting out there because somebody can go, "Hey, I'm on Facebook, a public social media site." So she continues, but listen to the board
Yeah.
member. She's like, "No."
That's what I'm laughing at.
No mask on. This is my
Excuse me?
time, and I don't
No.
interrupt you. Here's another picture
No.
with
Here's
you with a
another
no
one.
mask on.
I'm sorry, Ms. Vaught. You
They
are
cut her mic off.
done. If you are going to sit there and disparage a member of our school board, then
No, it's not disparaging.
No, it's not. It's telling the truth.
It's calling out hypocrisy.
That's funny.
Some people don't like hearing when
'Cause-
they are hypocrites.
Because ain't no telling what she was
Essence,
saying
what's up,
about
Essence?
people that were wearing masks and not wearing masks.
Right.
Look at
and
the
you can
crowd.
sit
Nobody's
down.
even
If
changing.
you have something effective to say,
Oh, the one's recording. But
I am
that
not
dad
going
is
to
just
sit
sitting there
here.
like this is freaking Tuesday.
Can we have a police officer, please?
Can we get her? Can we get and cops again? You raise your hand, your
To
right
pro-
hand.
to protect and to serve.
That's right. The oath. Okay. The oath to protect the Constitution. The Constitution protects the people. There is no law that's being broken right now. Her
No.
time is not up either.
They would
Nope.
call it disturbing the peace.
Okay. She is.
Her time is not up.
She is showing pictures of hypocrisy on a public platform.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm not scared. I don't care. I would like you to either talk about something. You can talk about something that concerns our school.
What is he gonna do? You think it? What do you guys think?
Gonna take her off the mic.
Yeah, you think so?
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
School
Let's
board.
hope he stalls.
Is there something about our students you would like to talk about?
Yes, she is. She's saying that you say you have to wear masks, kids, while you don't, which involves the kids, and she's showing where you don't.
Then talk about our students. Can you please ask Ms. Vaught to leave? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I was just following orders. Jesus.
That's how Canada started.
Jesus.
Now they're trampling people with horses.
Okay. No.
Can I finish? Can I finish? She does a great impression
Ross
of
Perot.
Russ Perot.
If you would like to finish about students, but if your idea is to stand there,
Yeah.
huh?
She should be able to say her piece.
She-
I've
she's
had to
mad.
listen to people come and
Yeah, you can
criticize
hear
me.
it.
Who, the lady at the microphone,
Uh-huh.
the school board.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Her heart
People
beating
came here and
fast.
criticized you last year.
Absolutely, and I couldn't do anything about it. And
As well as
publicly,
me.
I was
Just
Oh,
walk
Oh.
another school board member says something. Hold on.
Let her talk.
What does the other school board member say?
and criticize me.
Huh?
She should be able to say her piece. I've had to listen to people come and criticize me.
People came here.
Oh, another school board member's
Yeah,
like,
well,
yo,
no, let her talk.
I had to take my lickings.
You better earn your freaking paycheck.
I had to take my lickings when I said, hey, I don't think these kids should be wearing masks. Now it's your turn to take your lickings for forcing them on them.
Criticized you last year.
Absolutely, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Amen.
And
As well as
publicly,
Oh.
I was
That mic drop
humiliated.
moment.
Oh,
The cop moves.
Like, oh, nope. Gotta go back.
The cop's like, well, good point. I don't like that officer. And I love cops. I love them. But man, when you just, okay, some school board member said I have to get rid of you.
Look at the recording going on.
People came here and they talked about your mask to your face. They showed pictures of your family. They showed pictures.
You posted it on Facebook.
And the two boards people are fighting now.
Yeah. Well, now the board people
Meanwhile,
are
the clock's still ticking. You
Right.
know, I'd have been mad. Stop wasting my time.
You post something on Facebook, it is for public consumption.
It's there.
Okay? If you post
use.
your kids on Facebook,
Yep.
that is you putting your kids out there.
Yep.
Just saying. Nobody wants to see your kids anyway. I'm just jealous I don't have any.
It's like the old
Pictures of
school
your-
Christmas
yeah, they
cards.
Yeah, yeah.
They showed pictures of your family. They showed pictures of your.
Yeah, they did worse. No, it
That
doesn't.
doesn't make it right, Jamie.
You're right, but I had to say.
Those are that's my family. That
Oh, now she's the victim.
Now she's the victim.
Now she's
Now-
that's my family.
Oh, now you the victim. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Well, why'd you put your family at risk by being in crowded areas and not having a mask then? Okay, according to your point of view.
is then fine.
What do you think about our family?
I am not.
She said, I am not thinking about your family.
Time is up.
She leaves or I leave.
She leaves or I leave.
Bye, Felicia.
Says the power-hungry school board member.
Oh, that's a good one.
Who do you think leaves?
I hope Felicia leaves.
You can't deal with the truth. You don't need to be a school board
You
member.
can't deal with the truth?
But that's
You
not,
can't
that's
handle the
not the
truth.
issue.
We're coming for them.
Oh, there she goes.
And see ya.
There she goes.
See ya, school
She
board
built like
member.
a Karen.
Man.
There she goes.
The rest of my time, I just want to say, parents and grandparents.
Put her microphone back on. Who cut off the mic? Who's the person that cut off her
The
microphone?
one that just stormed off.
Like, why does she have that power to cut off someone's microphone? I get it.
She's probably the speaker.
If somebody's time gets run out, okay, sure. Bah, bah, you do the noise, you do the sound effect. Okay, and yes, the mic gets cut off. I should be hired at these school board meetings with my DJ gear. Yeah. Be like, what'd you say? DJ. All right, sorry.
You guys want to run for office. If you want to run for a school board member seat, which we might have one vacant apparently,
Yep.
then come to the Second Monday Constitution group. They are offering 2 free
Yep.
trainings
Yeah,
next
no,
month,
they
March
turned it
14th,
off, honey.
From 6 to 9 p.m. at the bowling alley in Christiansburg. One of the trainings is called
She's probably the
Run for
president of the
Office
school
and
board.
Win.
Chris, I think she is president of the school
Another
board
training is called
in
Open
that
Your
area.
Heart, How to get your message out.
And
So these are 2
I think
free
she's going to be
trainings. Again, at the Second Monday
resigning.
Constitution group in Christiansburg.
Uh,
Look up and join on Facebook.
From what I heard recently,
We wanna offer those
she's going to be
services
resigning the
to
end
these
because
liberals are getting out.
her election is coming up and she doesn't want to lose the election. Does that make sense?
Who's
Do you know what I
gonna lose
mean?
it against her?
Somebody, anybody.
In June of 2020,
Like what happened in San Francisco? Did you guys see what happened there? Essence on the comments. Essence, did you see what happened in San Francisco? They got rid of 3 of the woke school board members. They're like enough. San Francisco got rid of them. The people.
It's pretty bad. That's the Mecca.
Right. That's where it all started.
each and every
All right. But yeah, she walks out. It's the school board.
need to understand what you're here to do, and that is a job to make policy for our students. And our kids' job is to learn, but that's not what they've been doing. But thank you for your
No, they ain't been teaching the kids nothing.
That dude is still just hating his life sitting there in that red
Yeah.
shirt.
This guy, this
Why
poor
me?
guy.
He's waiting for his wife, who's probably on the school board.
Hey. Oh.
That's crazy. Speaking of crazy, though, what's this, Eric?
Pastor Greg Locke is at it again. First, he was burning Harry Potter books and Twilight books.
This is Mount Juliet?
Yeah, right here, right outside
Tennessee?
of Nashville, man. This dude done went crazy. He went Salem on everybody, Joe.
Greg Locke. I've seen a couple of his videos, and he's threatening to expose members of his church for being witches.
Yeah, so instead of doing the Christly thing and loving them and trying to teach them about, well, I'll let you see it, man. It's a bit on the insane. I can't support it. I
So
really can't.
this was last Sunday service, not this past Sunday,
Friday?
but the Sunday
February
prior.
13th. Yeah.
He tells the crowd that he has the name of 6 and that 3 are in the audience watching him.
Watch the dance. Watch for the dance.
We got first and last names of 6 witches that are in our church. And you know what's strange? 3 of you are in this room right now.
Oh, that's the dance.
That was the dance.
Hold on, let me see the dance. I got to make it bigger. Let me make it so we.
He usually does this in like tents, I hear.
Oh, this is too big. Sorry.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, here. All right, here. Let's watch the dance. So he says,
church. And you know what's strange? 3 of you are in this room right now.
you shouldn't do that to a microphone. It's not
3 of you in the room right now. You better look in my eyeballs. We ain't afraid of you, you stinking witch.
Isn't that just Christ's love right there? It's pouring out of him.
He goes
The
off
love of
right
God.
here.
Do people just go to this church for the show?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
That's Nashville for you. I would
Witch, you devil worshiping Satanist witch, we cast you out in the name of Jesus Christ. We break your spells, we break your curse. We got your first name, we got your last name, we even got an address for one of you.
What?
Dude is freaking off his rocker. I knew you'd like it, man.
Told you.
What happened?
Salem witch trials, man.
I don't know who he got caught up with, but
What's a witch? I know what a witch, but what makes him a witch? Does he think that there are actually 6 people in this church?
well,
who are,
he said it.
Yeah, this dude
He
is
said it.
serious because he believes that if you have epilepsy, you're cursed by a demon and you're possessed. It is not of God and it needs to be healed out of you. This guy is 5 steps from passing copperheads and drinking Kool-Aid.
Does he think there's people like playing with Ouija boards and stuff?
Yes, he had a Ouija board burning party on his Facebook the
Really?
other day. Yeah, I lie to you not, man. This dude is crazy.
I want to go to one of his sermons.
I kind of do too. Just
All right, he's got more to say, I think.
yeah. It's only a minute, but it's funny.
He's got more to scream. See what happens when you tap the mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
You so much as cough wrong, and I'll expose you in front of everybody in this tent, you stinking witch.
Do you think that there is nobody that he has information on that's a witch, but he's just trying to prevent anyone from doing bad things in his church?
Probably.
Right?
If there was a witch in my congregation, because I do have a small little Tuesday group I do every now and then, like one Tuesday a month.
Any witches in it?
If there was, I wouldn't care. I'm just there to simply show them the love of Christ.
But what if witches are okay? What if his point is there are witches, Satanist witches in his church, and they want to spread that message?
Well, then he read the wrong book because no weapon formed against him should prosper.
Oh.
You spell-casting, pharmakia, devil-worshiping mongrel, you.
I got to get these sound bites. That's
Pharmakia.
We got first
I was like, man.
and last names
Wow.
of 6 witches that are in our church.
I just want to see the
And
dance
you know what's
again.
strange? 3 of you are in this room
I
right
want to
now.
see that at trivia.
Tap, tap,
You got to do it. Trivia. That's it.
Wow.
Trivia dance.
3 of you in the room right now. You better look in my eyeballs. We ain't afraid of you, you stinking witch. You devil-worshiping Satanist witch. We cast you out
But
in
they
the
cheering
name of
for him,
Jesus
though.
Christ.
Yeah, they
we
love it,
break
man.
your...
Listen, if you're going to a church with this guy as your pastor, this is what you want. Do you know what I mean? They love this. And I think part of it is this guy giving them what they want. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a show.
He's got a pretty big following now. He's doing one of those TV deals, those TV revival preachers.
Celeste goes, don't do drugs. Essence goes, Satan pinched him. Benjamin goes, what kind of car and house does he have?
He
That
lives in
should tell
Nashville. That should tell you.
You think he is?
lives
It's
in
a
Nashville.
circus, Essence. I agree. Melanie goes, I grew up hearing that kind of stuff. Used to scare me to death as a kid.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is, man. That's the kind of stuff I remember hearing that when I was a kid. I thought I was
Spells,
gonna
we break your
wake up and nobody's
curse.
gonna be there.
We got your first name. We got your last name. And last name.
He might.
And last names of 6 witches
Now, what happens when the witches
that are in our
dox him?
church. And you know what's strange? 3 of you are in this room right now.
He can get in trouble for doxing.
Yeah.
Right.
What happens if they turn the tables? He got 6 of them. One of them can't use
We
Google.
got your first name. We got your last name. We even got an address for one of you.
Does he kind of remind you of Bill Engvall?
He reminds me of Killer Bees, the comedian Killer Bees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I got to get going.
You so much as cough wrong, and I'll expose you in front of everybody in this tent, you stinking witch.
That's the bite you got to say right there.
You spell-casting pharmakia, devil-worshipping mongrel.
Hold on, I like
you
this one.
spell-casting pharmakia, devil-worshipping mongrel, you.
I like that one.
Write in the comments which one y'all like.
I like that was hard.
He's got to start opening with that.
Man, I want him to do the intro for the show. That's what I would like.
He's in Mount Juliet. He could probably get him on.
Wow, unbelievable. What are your thoughts on it all? All right, well, I do got to get going, but hey, thanks for hanging out with us, allowing us, enabling us to have a conversation. Great comments as always. Don't forget to share this. All right, hit that share button. Click the likes too. We need it because we get shadow banned because of the truth that we talk about, like with Leah Thomas, you know?
Yes, we do.
All right, you ain't kidding. Eric, you got anything before we go?
Yeah, man. First Tuesdays every month, catch me up at the Flippin' Axe.
The Flippin' Axe.
7
o'clock. You like throwing axes?
Dude, I love throwing axes.
Are you good at it?
It's in the blood.
Is it therapeutic? I mean, as a combat veteran? and
Dude, that's where I learned how to do it.
Yeah.
It was actually in Afghanistan. A lot of the group guys, like on Bagram, were just waiting around. They would throw axes because they got issued the specs. I learned how to throw an axe with the group guys. They were bored and I had a cigar.
There you go.
It worked.
I bet you got anything before we get out of here?
The school board. Yeah, that was a good one.
Man. two great speeches from two different types of people. I love them both. All right. Well, we got to get out of here. So thank you for enabling us to have a conversation. And hey, the best is yet to come.
Don't be a fornicating witch.
Joe Padula Show, America's Party with Purpose. Absolutely.
It's the Joe Padula Show, Clarksville's conversation.
Absolutely. One of the most amazing things to do all year round is to visit some of the world's most beautiful places and scuba dive, creating a lifetime of memories with each trip. But first, you must get certified, and that's where Water Dogs comes in. They're right here in Clarksville, and the Water Dog team makes the scuba certification process affordable, fun, and effective. They'll even help you plan your trip. So if you're an expert diver or never seen the ocean, Water Dog Scuba and Safety is ready to help show you the experiences of a lifetime. waterdogs-scuba.com.
Salutations! This is Casey Bryant with Local Clarksville. Don't forget to download our app to find local places